What's up, everybody? We back with another message, another video. Thank you to all my new subscribers and future new subscribers. You know we do nothing here without God because everything is spiritually led by God over here. We cover the world from a spiritual and physical aspect to get the raw, real, and uncut answers. So anything you hear, anything you see in these end times, may you test the spirits, aka take the words and visuals back to pray with God, as there are many Decepticons running around in these end times sent from the enemy. Had that strong, close, and personal relationship with God. Good, great, and awesome. All right, everybody. So October 29th dreams. Let's go over it real quick here. So the first dream I had, I was at a school, and I realized on the calendar I had 3 weeks left, right? And I realized that there were classes that were not taken. Then it transferred to somebody else, seeing that they hadn't taken certain classes and panicking. And I had realized that I graduated. But for next week, like literally the schedule that said next week, I seen emergency days off. I'm not even playing with y'all. I seen emergency days off. So I don't know what that potentially meant, but that was weird because you don't see emergency days off. But I don't know. But this is what the Lord had to say. Many are lacking in other areas. You are looking to receive but have attended other areas with me. It is time to fix that. You cannot graduate to the next level until you have attended all areas. And then the part I just talked about with the week saying emergency week off, the Lord said, self-explanatory, you know. I said, okay. So that's what he said, self-explanatory. I mean, yes, it is. So then the next part of the dream I had was that there was a man pointing at his chest, like he was having issues in his chest. And it seemed like it was an illness. And I kept hearing 24. He even had 24 on his chest. I kept hearing 24, and his chest area was highlighted. I also felt like it could have been an attack, like a plague type of attack. And the Lord said, something is coming very soon. One of the symptoms will be an affected chest. An allowed attack from the enemy, judgment. So he said an allowed attack from the enemy, judgment. Then he says this about Africa. Africa may not be at war, but I will deal with many wicked in another way. So they may not have this conflict with other people, places per se, but they, or at least not known as Israel and the other stuff going on. But he did say a while back that he would deal with witchcraft and wicked over in that continent. So that's not the first time he's mentioned Africa. If you are having the Lord, you don't have nothing to worry about. That's not for you. Just continue to build your relationship with God, okay? The next part of the dream, which is a continuation, there was a court case going on. Everyone that told the truth got framed, and the similar fate happened to them. They were getting framed and threatened. And I could tell the case the person was mainly about was a lie, like it was to frame the person. So the Lord said this, they are trying to frame him. Any truthful person will be arrested. Deals, favors, understandings. Exposure is coming. All right. This was a lot, by the way. He gave me like a lot of pieces. So hang in there. So then I saw a cop car and two women cops were talking. And they said the same thing about the chest and the number 24 attached to it. And then they just took off and went to their next assignment or whatever because they got a call that something happened. You know how stuff works with cops. So yeah. So now this other part of the dream, I was driving a semi-truck back to my old job, UPS, and they were striking there. People were very, very upset. And the place itself was gated up and it wasn't being operated. I could tell. It was at nighttime. I drove that semi-truck very well, y'all, and I ain't never driven one in my life, but I was doing that in the dream. I drove great. But anyway, I went to drive it back to my old job, but it wasn't actually the UPS place. It was a mansion. And it was closed up, but I had access to it somehow. So it was me and two other people in this mansion, empty mansion, nobody there, and we were looking for an item. And then this is what the Lord had to say. Much outrage and chaos is coming. Access granted for my children, those who are ready. Okay. So this last part of the dream, yes, we made it. I had a dream. I was at this new school and I was new to this class. So the semester had already started, but I was new. I took this pop test quiz. It wasn't like very serious. It was more so completion done, but it was this fill in the blank stuff. It was a message, a code. So God likes to speak to me this way in dreams as well. And basically, I knew the answer before I figured out the rest of the clues. So basically, the answer was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And I saw like the little ninjas they would fight off, and like it was visuals and pictures hinting towards the answer. It was pretty cool how he did it. But the answer was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And this is what the Lord had to say. Cracking the code. They lived underground in the sewers. Watch the sewers. Cracked the code. Secrets hidden underneath. Cracked the code. Do not worry. And that's where everything ended. So I had an eventful morning of October 29th. A lot going on. A lot of overload of information. But I'm glad that I got it out now and I was able to figure it out. But anyway, peace and blessings, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.